I was thinking like one thing that we could do is like, you know, in House of the Dragon, you know how like when they go to the council and they all put their balls and the thing. You remember that in House of the Dragon? That was like new for House of the Dragon, right? And I thought for the podcast, our introing into the podcast is we put a Zen in our lip.
Can reapply Zens.
Yeah. Gamers, welcome back to the pod with Base Justice and Bam with 6 M's.
Yeah, I have 6 M's in my name.
Mostly negative podcast.
I thought you were going to say something different when you started out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Go on.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We were saying gamers.
Okay, this is
Our
mostly
casual-
negative
that was our kind of
podcast,
introduction.
where two old school gamers argue about the sorry state of AAA gaming.
Yeah.
Gaming sucks.
Yeah, that's true. We're jaded and angry, but we did come to the conclusion in our inaugural episode that we do like some things.
2023 actually kind of was awesome for gaming.
Yeah, there's actually some decent games.
Yeah,
Like,
there
we
were
found
some
gems
really
and
good
stuff.
games.
And also looking back at games and stuff, there was good games. I think that's always how it is. The negatives always seem bigger than the positives.
There's
You don't
more
remember the good times.
There's more resources now, but like also like the bar is like lower. Like whether like you're an indie studio with like $5, like it's just like
Everybody's getting in. Yeah,
pretty much.
Well, do we want to just jump into?
Yeah,
well, no. I want to do like for more of like who we are.
Yeah. Go into
like
our
gaming.
origin.
Yeah, our gaming origin. So you
Yeah.
can start with like where you like how did you like start getting into gaming?
Me?
Like, dude,
Oh shit! How did I get into gaming?
Yeah. Like, did your dad get you into it? Did you have
Yeah.
a sibling, cousins, friends?
Yeah. So I'm the only boy. I'm the middle child, and probably we had a Nintendo NES console, and I remember being like a 4-year-old child and trying to play Super Mario Brothers, and I was just too retarded to do it. Like, and my brain
And
was too
somehow I
smooth
still
at that
am.
point. Yeah, it was. Yeah. And eventually, I got a Game Boy. I played Kirby and like Ninja Turtles on the Game Boy, and that was like.
Were you influenced into getting that stuff, or did you just like you wanted that shit? Do you
No.
remember what caused you to want the games?
No, all of this stuff was like forced into my life without me even like
Who was
being
it?
aware of it.
Who gave it to you?
The Game Boy. So the NES was just the families. Like I'm
Just
pretty
had
sure
it.
it was my older sisters,
Okay.
and it was just like it wasn't something I was like particularly interested in either.
Okay.
Because I was so bad at it. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't jump over those holes in Mario.
Yeah, I couldn't even.
I was 4.
coordinate walking.
I was 4, but like a Game Boy, they could just. I don't know when I got it, but they could just hand that to me on a car ride.
Yeah, it was like
I'm
the
an
first tab,
ADHD
and
kid.
Yeah.
So
100%.
like
These
that.
kids,
Yeah.
My 5-year-old has too much energy.
Yeah.
What drugs can I give
Yeah,
him?
I was the prototype for iPad children, and it basically started from there. And then I remember in kindergarten, I was living with my mom and my stepdad at the time, and they just randomly got me a Super Nintendo.
Oh,
I don't even like remember being excited about it because I didn't know what the fuck it was. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure like thinking about my mom and stepdad, like they were probably like our age, maybe a little bit younger.
Yeah, just probably they
Now
thought it was cool.
Yeah, like he definitely thought it was cool because
Yeah.
like he liked Donkey Kong and like he would play all those games with me when I was a kid.
Yeah. That was really just
And,
like, let's get this.
yeah.
Really, I want it.
Grand Theft Auto.
It was great.
Yeah, exactly. So that's like kind of where it started. I played Zelda.
Yeah.
I mean, like really, they probably didn't know what the fuck they were getting into.
Yeah, they
like
didn't
getting
know
me
the
that shit.
beginning of
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna like fucking have
And
an
did it
autism
stick?
spree.
Did you like stay with it from then on? Were you always like getting every single console and then out? Did you play console games growing up? Like, did you play Xbox 360? Did you play PlayStation 2? Did you get into like the online world, or did you stay in that?
I was very much like a Nintendo kid.
Okay.
Like I was strictly Nintendo, pretty much until adulthood.
Okay.
So.
Yeah,
And it
so
pretty
you
much like I just like I never paid attention to like PlayStation. I was like, oh, you have a PlayStation? Like that's fucking gay.
Yeah, so
like
you got like the GameCube. You were playing
Exactly,
Fucking,
yeah.
What was that fucking Billy Rancher and the
Yeah.
egg pushing the egg around? You remember that one?
oh fuck, what is that?
Billy something, isn't it? Like Billy Rancher the egg.
Katamari?
No, Billy Rancher and the egg or something. I don't know what those words are gonna pull.
Yeah.
Billy Rancher. No, it's not. Billy Hatcher.
Billy Hatcher.
Billy Hatcher.
No,
and
that
the
sounds
giant
familiar.
egg. This, look right here.
No, I never had that. Let's see.
That fucking.
Oh, I
thing?
definitely saw that.
No, you saw.
No, I
pushed
definitely didn't.
You
I did
pushed
not
the
have
egg
that
around.
Game. That sounds fucking awesome.
You push the egg around, and then the
Is
egg.
it a Sega game? It looks like Sega.
No, it's GameCube.
Oh, it's by Sega.
Yeah, yeah. But
Oh,
you would push
shit.
the eggs around, and, like run shit over, then the egg would eventually hatch, and you had like a pet.
It's like prototype to Chow Garden.
It's I don't know what the hell it was. Chow Garden though,
Yeah.
was the entire reason I played Sonic Adventures too.
Yeah.
But, that's cool. So but you stayed in that realm. And did you play by yourself? Was it like a fucking group thing? Like, do you remember, or was it just like you would hop on and play fucking?
I'm pretty sure
Zelda?
I just like grew up on single player games.
Okay.
Yeah. And then probably sometime in middle school, I actually was just talking to my dad about this the other day. He like randomly got a PS2. Like
Okay.
I didn't ask for it.
Yeah,
It wasn't
again, more
my
just-
PS2.
You just
Like it was his PS2.
given this horrible.
Yeah,
hobby.
he just wanted to play Madden, and he
Okay.
played the fuck out of Madden.
Doesn't
so like,
your dad still play like sports
yes,
management games?
yes, he
That's
plays.
awesome.
He plays PlayStation 3, and like he plays PlayStation
Doesn't
3
he play
because
like Football
he
Manager?
plays he plays like college football games, but
and
then
just
he
does like simulates the fight. those
exactly
games?
yeah,
did
like
say
he doesn't
that?
even
That's
play
awesome.
like the actual things, and so that was like my first instance into it, and then I got into it because my dad had, and I was like,
Yeah.
well. I can't play Halo, so I'll play Killzone.
Okay.
So I bought a network adapter. They,
Yeah,
they
back
didn't
in the
have
day, you just
they didn't have
fucking-
an Ethernet plug-in back
Yeah,
then. You
yeah.
had to buy it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
you just turn it on.
Yeah.
No subscription.
yeah, no,
You just
yeah,
press on.
you
and
just
you're
put an
connected.
Ethernet
Yeah,
cord
you're like,
in
you want
it.
to play online?
yeah.
Fucking here you go. It's the internet.
So I played Killzone, and that was pretty sweet. I like joined a clan, and like I got a
shit.
headset. Like I was like hanging out with people on there, and that was like my first foray into like actual online
gaming.
multiplayer. Yeah.
Do you remember what was the step into PC? Was it a specific?
Well, can I
game?
at least say my clan's name?
Oh shit! Let's hear it.
It was called D2A,
D2A.
Death to All,
Oh.
not America. It does. In retrospect, it sounds like it would be.
Was this like your clan tag in the front?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Not.
Ugh.
I almost said
It
G2A.
was triggered me.
Short
Sponsor?
circuited G2A.
Sponsor?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah, I would never.
Unless.
I would never,
Sponsors?
unless it's fractionally cheaper, even if it's 1%.
Yeah. The only thing is, you want to buy the game on Steam first, refund it,
Refund it,
and then get it on
purchase it.
G2A because you can't
Yeah,
refund a
yeah,
G2A.
yeah. How would I have my rental, my 2 hour rental?
Exactly. So PC gaming, I do. Well, you know what? Fuck. So all of that was a lie.
Yeah,
My
it's
first
hard to think
intro
sometimes.
into we've always had like a computer,
Yeah, I was
and I've
gonna say, 'cause a lot
always
of people just had a
enjoyed.
home computer.
Yeah, and I've always enjoyed like all those games on my home computer. Probably starting out with Sims, Roller Coaster Tycoon,
Yeah.
but then eventually I discovered Diablo.
Diablo.
Then I discovered Diablo Online.
Yeah.
So that was probably like my first adventure into
Yeah,
online
first-
gaming,
first.
and I loved Age of Empires, stuff like that.
All
and
those
then
old school RTSs.
exactly. But then like probably like where PC gamers now, like we're like through and through, we're just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
PC gamers.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
you
we
know,
don't-
master race. We're not
Yeah,
peasants.
100%. Yeah, why would I play anything else?
But like probably my first intro into that was, post 2010, like when I really like started to realize, oh, like all my friends have like cool PCs. They're playing World of Warcraft, which I never had much interest into.
Yeah,
But
where was the
The big one, I had a MacBook, and I would always just torrent games. I played Civilization 5, XCOM, and then eventually, like started seeing on Reddit, I saw everyone posting about this game called Daisy.
I was gonna say, where's it coming from?
That's I'd say Daisy is my origin story.
I wonder
like,
how many
actually.
people. Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder how many people.
Yeah.
Daisy brought
Yes.
into just the PC world.
Yeah.
Just because it was such a crazy, to have this like truly open world.
Yeah.
Fucking zombies were
Yeah.
huge then. Like
Yeah.
Walking Dead, like everyone loved zombies. Like we couldn't get enough of
Yeah.
zombies. Like, and then to have a game where it was like, apocalypses were in, like everybody was like fucking they wanted to be a prepper, like all, and then we're like, now we have a game
Yeah.
where it's a true open world, fucking
Kill
like,
anyone
do
you
whatever
want.
Yeah.
Steal their
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, like
break their base.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Well, there wasn't even bases. Then.
Yeah.
There was none of that.
Yeah.
It was literally just a sandbox.
Yeah.
And sandbox is a loose term too, because you really couldn't do anything in it. It was
No,
just a static
you
world.
could not do anything.
No, it was a static
Yeah.
world, a static map with static spawns. Then too, there
Yeah.
wasn't anything. There was nothing dynamic about it.
No.
The only thing that was dynamic about it was the fact that you could do what you want. You know, we had everything we had known up until that point was linear in
Yeah.
gaming. It was always like you have to go this way. Even RPGs weren't RPGs, and even now RPGs are still borderline linear.
Yeah.
You know, so to have a game
good
where it's just
ones.
like, yeah, you just
Wink.
drop you in and you're, you know, you do what you want. You know,
Yeah.
there's VoIP. You know, that was weird too, to be able to just like
VoIP
talk.
is amazing.
Yeah, VoIP is.
VoIP should be in every game.
Yeah, it is. It's the best.
Yeah.
It's my favorite part of Mortal Kombat, that it's just defaulted
Or
on.
proximity voice.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was, yeah, I mean, yeah, DayZ was a fucking game changer. I mean, you know, I remember
Yeah.
looking at videos. I mean, that's why I started. That was my.
That's how I got into it.
yeah,
yeah.
that was why I built a
But I had a
PC.
MacBook.
Yeah, see, I didn't. I had,
Yeah,
I had a laptop. Yeah, no
Yeah.
Mac, no Mac. So I was never. I mean, you're a Nintendo kid. You're
Yeah,
traditionally,
exactly.
you would-
So
that makes
it
sense.
was a slow process to
Yeah.
get out of that.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
mine's not too dissimilar. You know, I think. I mean, I like hearing too, like what got you into it, because
Yeah.
I'm an only child.
It's like actually my origin story. I feel like I've never told you that.
Oh, I know. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever heard.
I don't think I've ever heard yours really
No,
either.
yeah, no, yeah, it's interesting. That's why I was thinking that. I was like, that's a good like to give like a background of who. And it's interesting to hear people's like, how'd you get into it?
Yeah.
Like, did you have like, because for our generation, you know, like we're on that borderline where like our parents had nothing really. They had very limited games and stuff. So like for our kids and stuff in the future, like it'll be like, why do you play? It's like, oh, because my dad's a ninja. You know, like
Yeah.
okay, you know, like I get it. Like
Yeah.
your parents grew up playing
Yeah.
video games. For us, it was a little bit different. But yeah, no, I was an only child, or I am
Yeah.
an only child. So you know, like I was like,
Was?
hearing, I'm like, I was. I had-
Allegedly.
yeah. But yeah, so like for me, gaming was like growing up. I had a Game Boy and stuff, and you know, it had a house computer and stuff. But
Yeah.
it was if I were to play a game, I would have to. It was a by myself sort of
Yeah.
thing. So I was never that interested in it. Like I never was like I was like, oh, I'd rather like do something else. So it really wasn't until like online gaming, like PlayStation 2 and shit. Like I remember playing fucking Battlefront 2.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I played
Yeah,
that too.
yeah,
Oh
but,
yeah.
but honestly,
Online.
yep. Oh yeah.
Yep.
But the biggest thing that got me in was actually like my grandfather was
Yeah.
the one who was a gamer.
Okay.
My grandfather played
Really?
fucking Tiberian
Dad's
Sun.
dad or mom's dad?
My mom's dad.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
he played fucking
Yeah.
Tiberian Sun, fucking Red
Okay.
Alert 2, fucking like Age of Mythology.
What a
all this-
god.
Yeah, dude,
What?
like he had all of them. Like he showed me.
Yeah.
them. So that's really how I got into like the beginning of it, and then the Game Boy. I mean, the Game Boy was just attached to like all of us at all times.
Classic.
Like everyone
Yeah.
had a Game Boy. But yeah, no, the PlayStation 2 was definitely the start of the online world though, because I remember
Okay.
fucking the Battlefront loading screen when it
Yeah.
like, zooms in on the map. You know, like you could just like
Yeah.
and, like pulls you into the
Oh,
map and
shit.
shit. Remember that?
LucasArts, yeah.
Yeah. So no,
Did you
that
have
was-
an Xbox?
I never had an. The only thing I
Okay.
had was a PlayStation 2. And
Yeah.
I went from PlayStation 2. Well, I had a PlayStation, but I just never like it was always just like
Yeah.
there. It was the only thing I ever played, and then I just went right to the 360.
Okay.
And then the 360 came out, and I was a deviant. You know, I was a
Halo?
Call of Duty. Yeah.
Okay,
Halo
gotcha.
deviant.
Yeah.
That's all I did.
Yeah.
You know, I played. I remember just every single day, fucking, you know, like 8 hours of
Yeah.
Call of Duty a day.
It's
Like,
it's how old were you? And what Call of Duty like did you
my
back into
peak
it?
was Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
That was like the peak
Yeah.
of me playing Call of Duty.
So it's really interesting that you say that because, you know, like I had been mostly like a passive gamer, like at that time of my life, but probably like my revival into like probably like my true beginning is like me getting a PlayStation 3 and Modern Warfare 2. Like
Yeah.
that's literally
Modern Warfare 2 was
that's
shit.
when it fucking started. Like everyone was playing that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, and then I mean, then the 360, and once the 360 dropped, like that was it. I was
Yeah.
fully in because then it was
Yeah.
like Xbox Live,
Yeah.
you know, having the party chats with your boys and
Yeah.
stuff. You know, like you just hop, like everyone was fucking gaming. Like you
Yeah.
always had, like everybody was on all of the time. That was
Yeah.
like, you know, that was the new AIM chat room. Like everyone was it filled all of those voids that you were looking for. You know, I played RuneScape. You know, I played WoW. I played all those things.
Yeah.
But PC, you know, hopping into PC, that was same thing. I remember DayZ. I followed that. I was like hooked on DayZ. Like,
Yeah.
I remember looking on Reddit, dude,
Oh,
like
yeah.
reading through all the Reddit, like, oh, how do I, and like looking up, like, I wish I could have like access to like the things I would Google because I knew nothing about
Yeah.
computers. I'm like, how do I use a computer? You know, because I didn't know shit. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, how am I supposed to use a mouse and keyboard to like play? A
Right?
game? Like that
Yeah.
seemed so insane to me. I was like, what do you, like, how do you aim and stuff? Now I look back, I'm like, if I were to touch a controller and stuff, I'm like, that's disgusting for, you know, aiming and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, same thing. And I mean, that, that started the vicious hobbies that we have now that have never
It's
gone
terrible.
away and have lost, like
Yeah.
we said, we've full circle lost
Yeah.
countless hours. But
Well, at least you have like a video game that you're actively playing.
that is true. It's
Because
Escape from Tarkov, yeah.
I know you've been there where you just stare at your library, but
Yeah,
you still
Steam
go to your
Auto.
computer. You still go there.
Yeah, you still
You
have
just-
nothing else to do.
Yeah, like you're still online. Like
Yeah.
you're still technically on Steam for
Yeah.
80
Yeah,
hours
just
every 2 weeks.
just scrolling.
Yeah, like
just
what do I have? Looking
looking.
for something,
Yeah.
something fun. Is there any
Downloading.
fun here?
Yeah, and the other thing for me too is I only have like 250 gigabytes on my ancient solid state.
Oh
so like,
no!
oh yeah, so I have to
Yeah.
install and uninstall games.
Yeah.
So I just do that constantly.
That's what I was doing.
when I'm in that
It was
circle.
hell.
Yeah, I'm just like, let me download 100 gigs. I'm like, delete.
Yeah.
Download
Yikes.
100
Yeah.
games, delete.
Yeah.
So you're just constantly in and out of games and stuff. But now I'm nice. I had WoW for a while. I had the
Yeah.
arenas that I was
Yeah.
enjoying, and now I moved right into Escape from Tarkov. And it looks like there's a lot. I mean, like, like Palworld, dude. Like we got
Yeah, we'll
Palworld
get to
as our,
Palworld.
as
Oh,
our
yeah.
big
Yeah.
and up and comer right now. Although I did already refund it.
Yeah.
Did you actually play it at all?
Yes, it's incredible.
Did you? So you wait, and now did you play? You said you played you just loaded it up, played
Yeah.
in your own world.
Yeah.
Did you try the online thing at all?
I tried online with my buddy,
Okay,
so I
but
haven't
not
joined
in
like
one
a
of these big
public.
servers.
I haven't tried that yet. And they just released a roadmap, and they are gonna be introducing PvP. So
I wonder
think
how it's gonna. I wonder is it gonna because a lot of people will say it's like Rust.
yeah,
But when I think of Rust, I just think of like fucking people
Raiding.
over and
Yeah,
destroying the
raiding.
base. So
Yeah.
I wonder if that's gonna be a thing. Like I wonder if you'll be able to like go to someone's base and like fucking capture all their Pokemon.
that needs
or
to be
whatever the
what
fuck
it's gonna
and eat
be.
their-
Yeah,
eat their pals
fucking
and shit.
butcher all their.
Yeah,
fucking-
because I mean, that's all I see clips
Yeah.
of is people like eating pals and
Yeah.
like catching humans and eating them and shit.
Oh yeah,
Because you can do that too. You can butcher the fucking
Yeah.
people you catch.
yeah. You can enslave them.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a
It's a
well,
game.
Yeah, no, it's a game. It's a game.
But
That-
did you see that they have broken the number 2 all time concurrent
which is absolutely
players?
insane. I don't know
2 million
that.
yesterday.
Yeah, but PUBG has like has the
They have
the
3
crown.
mil. They have
Yeah.
3 mil,
Which is
I
insane to
think
me.
that Palworld could take it. So it was. I've been like monitoring it because I wanted to
Yeah, be
report
there.
for the
You wanna be- I
podcast.
wanna be there.
I think it. And it's usually like morning, so I think it's like often Europeans. I think in the weekend there's a chance that
This
we'll see
weekend?
it go past 2 million,
Ooh.
maybe even higher.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a huge game. I wanted to show. I took a picture of this. I screenshotted this. I wanted to read this. This is from Nintendo. Put out a thing today, like saying that they wanted to.
I saw that.
Did you see it on?
Yeah.
Thing? I was trying
What
to.
did
look
they
for-
say?
It was something along the lines of. I don't even know if I
I
can
want you
find
to
it.
read it.
Yeah, I know. We're now finding it will be difficult. Well, I don't know where it is, but essentially what it said, it was just funny to read because
Yeah.
like it was just a message essentially explaining like what copyrights are, but it was
Yeah.
like clearly just them trying to pose as like being tough. It was like they just
Yeah.
explained like what a copyright is. So like we will be investigating any infringements on our, it's like, well, obviously, like, and you don't think that they fucking did that already when this huge game is just, like skyrocketing and covering them up. Like it was just a really funny message to read.
Yeah.
And like clearly like they're panicking and trying to, oh yeah, there it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. You want to read it?
Yeah, inquiries regarding other companies' games.
Yeah.
We have received many inquiries regarding another company's game released in January 2024. I wonder what
I wonder
game
what
that
it
could
is.
be. We have not granted any permission for the use of Pokemon intellectual property or assets in that game. That
Yeah,
game. I
that
love the
game.
wording.
Well, they actually put another one out with
Yeah.
Palworld in it too, saying it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. Like
shit.
by word saying we are going to investigate Palworld,
Oh, fuck.
which is probably just a continuation of that.
I think it's just like, I think like the biggest, I mean, there's Temtem. There's like all these other Pokemon like ripoffs.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's like really, and I mean they're just ChatGPT generated Pokemon,
Yeah,
which they totally are.
Yeah. Yeah.
But unless like they're actually using like Pokemon IP,
yeah. Yeah. There's no
don't
way there
think-
are. They're fine.
Yeah.
It was clearly just like
Yeah.
opposing because it's like
yeah,
there's no chance that along the development of this game that Nintendo didn't know about it.
yeah,
And then you're gonna tell me today is the day that they decided to put out because it was literally, the message I read was today.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, so not last week when this game was top charts. Like you
Yeah.
didn't immediately Nintendo, fucking multi-billion-dollar company, didn't
Yeah.
immediately hop on that and try and fucking shut it down. Because did you see the mod that came out for it?
yeah.
that got shut down in 6 hours.
Yeah, immediately.
So
Yeah.
you're going to tell me that the game wasn't going to get shut down, but it was just funny to read, like clearly panicking. But it was good. It's nice to read those things because that's a big jab at those huge companies to be like, hey, you piece of shit. Like, see how like simple this is. Like, you know, like that fucking the Tony Stark meme. Tony Stark built this in a cave. You know, like you know, like that's real. Like, I mean, obviously they're a legitimate company and have funding and stuff, but still, it's just like, you know, how easy is it to make a game? Like they didn't make anything groundbreaking. They made what, you know, Pokemon people have been asking for forever. Like
it's an upgrade.
It's an every single person has said like, I want open world Pokemon. I want open world. I've heard that.
What was the last one that they came out with?
I don't even know. They're all
look terrible.
Yeah, they're terrible. They're all horrible. It's not real open world.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is though, is like Pokemon has almost adopted the Call of Duty strat, and like, I know you like Call of Duty. I know we've like had our arguments about that, and we will on this podcast. But they are just releasing like they're just fucking churning out trash like almost like every single year.
Well, they know people buy it.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have to make Palworld. They don't have to make a game like Palworld. They're like, okay, collect $1 billion.
Yeah, and the revenue they have from everything else. Like they have the money they need, but. Like I said, it's still a nice thing. Oh, the other thing too they said was it was funny to read. The last like statement was like, "At Pokemon, we will continue to love and cherish our Pokemon," or something like that. It's funny to read that shit because it's like, what do you fucking like? You really just die. Like people people want to butcher and enslave their Pokemon. Like people are loving this shit. Like they want to shoot guns at Pikachu. You know, like they want
normal people. At least.
Yeah, not the Vaporeon.
I do have a theory.
The Vaporeon lovers.
I do have I have a theory. Well, one. There's definitely like a parallel between Pokemon adults and Disney adults.
I was gonna say go to Disney. Yeah. Like when you see the people at Disney with like no child, and you're like, what do you like? Is your kid in the bathroom?
Yeah,
like,
he better be.
Doing? Yeah, like
he's
are you by
freak.
yourself? Yeah, because like you might need to check it out.
Hey, Epcot though.
Oh yeah,
Epcot
okay,
slaps.
that's true.
That's for adults.
That's true. Yeah, that is designed for adults.
We should do that sometime.
Yeah, I've actually never been.
Would you be able to do it?
I don't know.
The challenge?
Oh, to go around the world or whatever?
To drink at every single country.
I don't know.
You haven't been?
No, I've
okay,
never
so
been
let me kick you off at how this starts. You start off in Mexico.
Just taking shots of tequila.
They serve you a margarita. You get a margarita, and every drink there is like $15 to $20. But they don't skim.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's
heard
like
that,
all
it's,
tequila.
Like, it is expensive, but like they're not.
They will fuck you up.
Yeah.
We got to go. Anyway.
Yeah. No. I mean, but yeah. No, I do agree. I think those are. It definitely falls into the same group of people like that. You know.
But Pokemon created furries. That's.
Well, that's the fucking that
I think that's the start
green text, the Vaporeon green text, like which Pokemon would be best to have sex with. You know, like those are the people. That's that separate games from reality. All the people who are like butthurt, like you can't enslave. It's like it's a fucking game, dude. Like who cares? Like
I'm gonna butcher them and fuck them.
Yeah, because I can. Like I was like I'm gonna bang the Pokemon and cut them up after.
Anyway, that's just disgusting that people would think about fucking Pokemon because anyway it would be Jinx. Obviously,
that's what she was created for, right? That's not a Palworld.
Hey, you know, Mr. Mime isn't a Pokemon. He's just a pedophile. That's why he hangs out at the daycare. He's Josh from HR.
He's Josh from HR. I mean that whole thing, that was the thing I said, like the separating, because that was, but the people who are upset about it are that it's the Disney goer, the fucking like I love my butter beer and fucking
God, dude.
Vaporeon,
I'm gonna throw up, dude.
That
triggered me so hard as a Florida man.
Which is why we should put them in our Ready or Not mission where we go and we gun them down.
Oh. Wait, you can make your own missions?
No, remember the Ready or Not mission as the furry? I was telling you about that furry mission.
Oh, yes. Remind me.
Yeah, well, so Ready or Not has that. They just put out, I don't know if it's out yet, but the mission is you're infiltrating it's like a streamer house.
Okay.
And they're furries.
I love it already.
And they're pedophiles.
Yeah.
And you kill, like you just go in and you're
wait, this is real.
It's a real mission.
Oh, I thought you just made this up.
No, so they have
this is fucking amazing.
No, and they have like you go in and the guy has like cat ears on and stuff. Like the person you're wait,
why are we playing this game?
I don't know.
Let's buy
Get on the ground simulator.
That's amazing.
No, but it was just funny because but it had the same response. People were like, you're attacking a group. Like it's a fucking game.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the same group of people.
And also you're disgusting.
Yeah, and also like you deserve it.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm kidding.
Let's bring bullying back.
Bully. Let's bring bullying
bully.
back. Yeah. But no, I think Yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see like a game like that come out. Like I don't know, like when I did play it, and it did seem like for me, I was just like, I don't know, like it did seem like kind of like bare, but I think it's just a single player thing. But
Yeah.
it's good to see like big games come out that are like functioning.
Yeah.
You know, it still has the fucking early access
Yeah.
stupid ass tag that they put on every game, but you know, it's a functioning game. I mean, you know, that's I think that'll be another gem. It's cool to see they already put out a patch today. I think
Yeah.
like they put out like changes.
Well,
and
they have
stuff.
like fucking millions of dollars now, so
I'm
they
sure
better
I'm sure
fucking
they're
hire a
instantly-
huge ass team.
Yeah, they better. Yeah. Or they'll just fumble it like most companies.
They'll probably fumble it.
Yeah.
What is the early access plague?
Yeah. So it's just I guess the real issue with it is that every single game you see on Steam now
Yeah.
says early access.
Yes.
Where you know, it used to be like games would come out and if they would have updates and things that changed the game, and that meant nothing. It didn't need a tag.
Yeah.
It didn't need a thing. Like these games are calling themselves early access because they have updates.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make you early access. Like you're just an active game.
Yeah.
You know, like people are playing your game. There's changes happening. You know, like I'm so sick of fucking opening games that are like they have big disclaimers like this is a beta testing.
Yeah.
Like just you know, like just accept the fact that your game could have errors. Like it's not offending me. Like the tag, reading the early access tag is not buying anybody, you know, a forgiveness tag for, you know. it's
But
not
like it almost like when you go on, I know like Reddit isn't like the best voice.
What
Like
do
I
you
know
mean?
it's like a small
Reddit is
yeah,
a very
Reddit,
reputable source.
r/mostly negative, by
yeah.
the way.
Yeah, check it out.
It's just a discussion board, not our podcast promo.
Yeah.
But like you can go into like these early access game subreddits, and people are like, it's always been like this. Like since I started PC gaming and going on Reddit, people will endlessly defend early access games with the argument that it's fucking early access.
Yeah.
It's an alpha. It's beta. It's
Yeah.
like, well, that doesn't make it fucking immune to criticism.
No, like,
and then like,
wouldn't they want criticism? Like, wouldn't be when you're in
Yes.
alpha and beta and whatever the fuck
It is a
Charlie
test,
and
motherfucker.
Delta, whatever. Yeah, like isn't that the whole point of it to know that there's
Yeah.
things wrong? You know, and yeah, I mean the whole idea of it is just bad. I don't understand. Like at first, it was like there was a very select few of games. I mean,
Yes.
DayZ was
Yeah.
one of those predecessors of the
Yeah.
early access play.
and
Like, it was
Daisy
probably-
sucked ass.
Yeah, it
back
did. And
then.
it had tons of bugs,
but it was
people
awesome.
yeah, and people still played it and they fixed it as they went and stuff. And like that felt in its time like deserving of the early access
Yeah.
tag. Like, hey, this is some
Yeah.
some brand new shit. Like we don't know what the fuck's going on. The games that come out now that are early access they're not groundbreaking. You know, they're not
Yeah.
doing anything crazy. Like, you know, fucking like Dark and Darker, you know,
Yeah.
they'll be like, it's early access testing. Like you're just making a survival extraction game. Like
Yeah.
there's 1,000 of these. Like
It's
they're
out.
not,
It's out.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
the game is released. Just
Yeah.
release the game.
I think they want like they also want like they want that like leeway period where like they feel like shielded from criticism.
Yeah.
One, they want that original launch to like, you know, and then they want a second launch.
Yes.
So they want like 2 hype points,
Yeah.
2 points of money coming
Yeah, like
in.
full
possibly.
1.0 is
Yeah.
dropping.
1.0 is out, guys.
Yeah.
2 is out.
Yeah, and it's the
You know,
same
that's
fucking
one of the
yeah,
fucking
2.0, yeah.
sequels to
Yep,
games where
yep.
it's fucking the,
The
same,
exact
game.
same game.
Overwatch, Counter-Strike.
Yeah, just put a 2 after
Yeah.
the end of it. Yeah,
I'm glad that Path of Exile is making it a separate game.
it actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah, a separate game. I
They
mean,
weren't going to. Did
Really?
you know that? It was going to be, well, I think it was going to be part of the same client, and it was going to be like very much still like tied in. But it's,
yeah, it's a whole new engine and everything.
well, why did they do that?
I don't know. I mean, Poe is. I trust them. I trust Poe.
I do
You know,
too.
of a game that's going to do something good, but
I trust
yeah, I don't know.
people from New Zealand.
But even the but I don't even think I think nowadays when you read that early access tag, if anything, it just makes me more judgmental.
Yeah.
When I open a game and I have to if I have to click through an accept banner
Yeah.
of early access, like I'm already more angry about the game.
Scan your eyeball in.
Yeah, yeah. Like if it says like
Your address,
yeah,
email?
yeah, fucking the Google
Log
one.
into Razer.
He's like, who the fuck is this? You know, the Google check. It's me. It's me.
It's me.
Where are you? It's like, I'm home.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, dude. I didn't know it was you. Yeah, for me, like when I read that early access tag, it actually just makes me like less receptive to the game.
Yeah.
It just annoys me and makes me like go into the game like more annoyed, like, you know, more irritable, more likely to be set off by things. Like if you just put the game and gave it to me and I found a bug, I'd be like, oh, that's a fucking bug. You know, like I'm just so sick of the, you know, every game, you know, like fucking Tarkov.
Yeah.
Tarkov is still in. It's been out for like 9 years.
I think Fortnite was like still like when we were playing it, it was like technically. I
Did it
don't,
say
I think
that?
they just eventually just
Dropped it.
deleted that and
Yeah,
just
like
started
because
just
it's not.
yeah, like
These games are out. The
yeah,
games are out. If you're putting out balancing patches, if
Yeah.
you're balancing things in your game is out.
yeah,
That for me is the definitive marker. If you are trying to balance things in your game,
yeah,
the game is out. If you're putting in features, like game-changing features, then okay, maybe borderline, you are still in it. Like,
yeah,
but if you're like balancing guns and balancing classes
Yeah.
and balancing things, like listening to things like that sort of feedback, then you're no longer working on the game.
yeah,
You know, if people are like, oh, like Dark and Darker, great example of that. They're like, oh, this fucking spell is too, lightning bolt is too strong. Like, all right, this patch we put out, we took its damage down by 2. It's like, how about you put in the second fucking map in the game? Like,
work on the actual game portion, please.
you're losing the early
Yeah.
access tag then because you're no longer building features of your game. You're balancing, functions in your
Yeah.
game and balancing things that are put into finished games. Like Call of Duty, when it comes out, guns are overpowered.
Yeah,
They put out hot fixes to balance those guns because
Yeah.
it's a finished game.
It's
Like,
done.
It's done. Like the
Yeah.
maps are out, the fucking guns are out, the bullshit skins, Homelander skin is in.
Yeah.
Like everything's in. Like
Yeah.
they're putting in balancing patches. So if you step over into that realm, at least like I said, for me personally, that's when I draw the line. I'm like, if you're putting out balancing patches and stuff, like,
Yeah.
like, do we call fucking World of Warcraft a fucking early access because they put out patches? Like, no, they're balancing things weekly. They react to what people are saying and they change it. Things like that. So
yeah.
I'm just sick of it. They just need to.
You're
Steam
jaded.
needs to have some sort of more, stringent system because right now it just feels like it's a checkbox.
Yeah.
Like when a dev goes on,
Early
like,
access. Yeah,
do you
they're
wanna
like
be early
deciding,
access?
hey, are we early access
yeah,
or
like,
no?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
are
have
we
2
early?
releases.
Yeah, we have access to our game, right? Like, we give access, right?
Or early today.
Yeah, it's early. Someone
Launch
could
it
early
early.
access it, I guess, if they wanted to. Like that's what it feels like. Because
Yeah.
literally every game I click says early access.
Like Steam doesn't have like a bar for like what gets released on it nowadays anyway.
No,
Or like
no.
it definitely used to. You remember like Steam Greenlight?
Yeah,
I feel like people actually had to like try to put
Yeah,
their shit
things-
on there. I
yeah.
could probably like upload a virus and say
Yeah,
it's a
just put it
game
on
and
there.
it would get on there.
yeah. I mean, if you accidentally click the adult function
Yeah.
on Steam, you will see the
Oh, boy.
filth and dredges of Steam. You're
The
like, what
filth.
the fuck is on here? Like who is accepting these games on here? Like,
It's all hentai.
oh, 100%. Your entire fucking store changes
Yeah.
to like the fucking underground version of Steam.
I thought that was just my algorithm.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember telling
because
you, that. Like, you need to turn that function off.
yeah, because Mike has bought me so many hentai games.
Yeah, you thought it was just
that I
they-
thought that was just my
this is
algo.
who I am now.
But
Yeah.
it's not. What where is Dark and Darker done?
Dark and Darker is I don't know where it's at right now. I don't know that whole fucking their whatever lawsuit they had
Yeah.
going on and their weird ass launcher they had to go through
Yeah.
that was like super sketchy.
You have to
and then-
torrent the game.
yeah.
That's
I didn't
so
do that. Yeah.
weird.
Well, what happened is they had a legitimate launcher, but the second they made this like weird third party launcher, like 100 other malicious entities came out and built
Okay.
like mirrors of it
Okay.
that people were accidentally going to.
Yeah.
And they also had like another fucking dumb company. Like they called like the name of the website wasn't even, I remember, I think they have it now, but I think or something was like the website was not called darkanddarker.com.
Yeah.
It was called like blackmace.com or
So
something.
something
So then like
sketchy.
people would go
Yeah.
to darkanddarker.com because that would
Yeah.
make fucking sense. So it's like-
Naturally.
and it was like a fake,
Oh,
like
no.
data miner, just like stealing people's
That's some
credit
shit
card.
I would do.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and it looked just like it. Like
Yeah.
there was tons of things that were out there that were trying to fucking take people's information and stuff. But
Genius.
yeah, I mean,
And based.
yeah, 100% based. Yeah, but no, I don't know. But I think it's still no. I have not touched it
Yeah.
in.
I mean, I don't see myself touching it again unless it comes back to Steam. But
Yeah.
also, I remember you said you were like bored with the game.
With Dark and Darker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it just the game became like a. I mean, you played it.
Yeah.
It's very much so like a.
The combat is boring.
Yeah, the combat there needed to be more like I wanted. I mean, it could just be that we're biased because we're chivalry
Yeah.
people.
I was gonna say that like the perfect game for me. Like, why the fuck can't there be a game where it has
Chivalry MMO.
chivalry, Mortal Kombat, and is that game?
Yes.
Or is like Tarkov?
Just chivalry MMO.
Yeah.
Like I want chivalry
Yes.
in a RPG setting.
Yeah.
I want that, and that's why for me, like last week I was talking about Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yeah.
that melee combat in that was
I need
very
to try
similar to
that.
Chivalry. It
Yeah.
was, they had reposts,
Okay.
it was aimed and directional,
Yeah.
like it had, perfect parries. It had all sorts of functions in it that made combat more than just what Dark and Darker is, which is like a range game
Yeah.
of like who can press W and S better and
Okay.
click at the same time.
Yeah.
Because that's all Dark and Darker became.
And it was
just
Skyrim combat.
not. I would say I don't even know if it's Skyrim. Yeah, I mean, Skyrim might have been more in depth. It was
Yeah,
fucking
maybe.
nothing. Like you
Yeah.
literally just like you would walk forward and you would like poke and then you would back up.
Yeah.
And then someone would like cast fucking bless on you so you could walk faster back and forth. Like,
And
but
you'd
that
have to aim your fucking buff
Yeah.
spells. Which
yeah,
was
yeah,
so
that's-
annoying.
yeah. The
Yeah.
spells were really hard to hit. They changed that. They made them easier to hit. Now they had some good things to it, but yeah, just the core of the melee combat just got very repetitive. It's still a fun game. It's cool, but it was just like very much so like in and out, like backing in and out. Did you see? Speaking of games, completely stealing IPs. Did you see? The Greed. It's called like Greed or something.
Greed.
The
No.
game of Dark. It was an exact clone of Dark and
Oh.
Darker on Steam.
Oh, I think I did see that. I think I saw Mike playing
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I showed it to Mike.
Was it
and he-
good?
I didn't try it, but it was
Yeah.
literally just Dark and Darker. Like it was not even. They didn't even.
Just shameless.
Yeah, I think they like changed like the names, like moved like a word in front
Yeah.
of another word for
So,
like
like,
the
the same
items. It's, like,
maps?
same exact
No
maps,
way.
same exact monsters,
Holy fuck.
same
On
exact
Steam?
classes on Steam.
It's
It got taken. I think it
yeah.
got taken down. I don't think it's
Okay.
on there anymore. But it was like a complete ripoff. And then the other thing too that was funny about it was the developer was clearly a shell company, like
Yeah.
not a real developer, and people thought it was I forget whatever the big company is that's suing them.
Nexus.
Nexus. They thought it was Nexus.
I think it's Nexus, right?
It sounds like
Probably.
something
Yeah,
Nexus
or
would
Nexon. Nexon.
do. Nexon.
Nexus is the mod manager.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, people were saying that it was them that they
Yeah.
built this like shell company and then built
Yeah.
this game that was like a ripoff of it to try and pull off.
That's what I thought it was too.
I mean, it was funny to see just the things but I think that eventually that got taken down. But Palworld's next. So
Palworld's
next
No
to
way.
be taken.
No,
No,
it's not
no,
gonna
I don't
happen.
think it took.
No,
anything.
just the Pokemon mods.
Yeah, the Pokemon mods aren't going to last because they're mad that this
Yeah.
game is just stolen all of the Pokemon hype and thrown it into them. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's good to see. It's good to see
Yeah,
the some early access gems come out.
They can
here
do
and
it.
Yeah.
So we've been talking a lot. So this is the mostly negative podcast, and we've been kind of talking about a lot of the. We kicked it off with kind of like the good that's happened in gaming. We
That's
talked
true.
about 2023. It had a lot of great games. Baldur's Gate. We talked about the fighting game golden era
Yeah.
that's happening right now
Yeah.
live. Tekken 8 coming around the corner. Mortal
It's here.
Kombat, Street Fighter,
Yeah.
Tekken 8, the big three. That's like fucking.
Yeah,
the-
everything. The trifecta's
That's
here.
like having Metallica and
Yeah.
Iron Man.
yeah,
like,
fucking three kings are
um,
here.
yeah, but we see like a lot of good stuff happening in gaming, despite us being jaded. And one AAA company that has really impressed me has been Capcom, and I know
Yeah.
you and I have talked about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Capcom. just
Resident
fucking-
Evil.
Yeah.
They've
I mean,
got
they're doing
Monster
remake.
Hunter.
Yeah, yeah.
What
Monster
was
Hunter's fucking
what
dope.
were some of the other? What was Street Fighter? Duh.
Yeah,
I
Street Fighter.
literally
Yeah.
just I literally just fucking
The biggest one.
but it really seems like they're, one Japanese like AAA company that can't do wrong.
Yeah.
However,
However,
I am gonna make a prediction that Dragon's Dogma is going to launch to mixed reviews on Steam. I'm calling it now.
yeah,
I'm calling it now.
I never was big into any of that. Like in a Dragon, I don't think it has the same like fervorish
Yeah.
community
No.
that the rest of their games have. I don't really know why they're even spending the time on it.
I
Like
think like the big thing, like it was like, it kind of came out around the same time as Skyrim and Witcher 2.
yeah,
And the big thing about it was like you could climb onto monsters and like they had like all these cool like attack patterns. But the gameplay footage that I've seen, it looks like it runs like shit. Like it
doesn't
Literally,
Here,
yes.
yeah, here. Oh
I-
wait, March 21st. I didn't realize it was that close.
Yeah, it's coming soon. And I think it needs a little more time in the oven because it does not look good.
We'll see what they do. I mean, maybe they'll give it some sort of, they'll do their tricks there where they
Yeah.
push it back. Suddenly you'll go on there and the date will be different. Yeah, I'm just looking through their things right now. Like
Mixed
those
are
are
mostly positive.
I could see it.
100%,
I
yeah.
could see it. Like I said, just actually, no, another one that came out that was fucking weird. Capcom was Exoprimal. Remember that?
Yeah, but that yes. Did you
Like-
play it?
I tried it.
That game is for
Not us.
That game is not for Americans.
No, it's not
like
for
that
Americans
is
at all.
for like their home market.
Yeah,
And
but even I don't think anybody liked it. I
yeah,
don't think it
really.
was just weird. It was like it was hard to understand like what was going on.
Yeah.
You had these like weird, like it had like it was multiplayer and online and PvP, but you were like
quote unquote.
yeah, but it was like a time based PvP or something. Like you'd like kill your dinosaurs faster. It was very weird.
Awful.
I think did they put out what was the fucking mech game too that came out recently? Was
no,
that them?
Armored Core. That
No,
was
not Armored Core.
okay.
Armored Core did good. People liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't. I tried it. Wasn't for me. But
it's not Souls.
no, it was just like I don't know. There was an online to it, but it was just like it felt very clunky to me. There was a Gundam game that came out recently. I don't know.
Capcom.
I don't know who put it out. It reminded me of Exoprimal. Like it was just like these like weird targeting, weird menu. Like everything was just like
just those Asian games.
Yeah,
like they're for not us.
Yeah, like playing like fucking
like
Black
auto
Desert,
chess,
Black Desert Online.
Yeah, that game was definitely not.
Like, what
but
the
that game was kind of sweet when we were playing it.
It was cool.
But,
it was cool. Yeah. Well, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful game.
It was a beautiful game.
Yeah.
They had excellent boob physics.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, what more could you ask for in a video game?
Yeah.
That game's actually, that's one of those games it's weird. That game is frame dependent.
Is it really?
Which is weird for an MMO. Yeah. So like if you have higher frames in that game, like you can do more damage.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So
That's
for
so
like,
dumb.
yeah, like PvP wise, like you want like fucking 240 frames or else you're like not going to be like competitive and shit.
Didn't like Dark Souls have that too? Like I know PC or like one of them had like an issue where your weapons degraded faster.
Really? With your frames?
Like if you like hit like a wall, like it was like much worse.
Fuck
durability in games, first of all.
Yeah,
that is the most boring mechanic. Yeah. Oh, go interact with this menu.
Yeah,
real quick and spend a minuscule amount of gold.
Yeah, I never liked that. Monster Hunter has that with sharpness.
Yeah. Okay.
If your weapons, you have to.
But is it cool in there?
It's kind of annoying because you actually have to sharpen like in raid.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So like you have, and then the monsters are actually, but people like abuse it because the monsters and monster hunters are hard coded to chase sharpening targets.
Okay.
So it's not like no one's like data mined or anything, but they do. People say like it's like it's just conjecture that this is true.
Has to be.
But yeah, people like abuse that. Like they'll sharpen to get the monster like run into a bomb or a trap. Or something like that. But fucking Monster Hunters were dope. I mean, I love those games. Like
I couldn't get into it. You've seen me try several times, but I don't know. It's not for justice.
I thought you were gonna be in it when you were with the fucking they had the instrument, remember?
Yeah. I thought so too.
Horn.
But
I thought that was
I don't
it.
know.
I was like, oh shit, they got a fucking
see, like if I could
too?
like plug in my MIDI, if I could plug in a MIDI keyboard and actually like play songs, then that would be really fucking cool.
Yeah. No, I loved it. I played Rise. I played the shit out of World and stuff. Like I like those games a lot. I just those border that. I mean, that's not a single player game, but I do the same thing on those games.
The human competition.
Yeah, I burn out on them because I force myself through them as quickly as possible until it's no longer fun for me.
Do you have Steam on your laptop?
Yeah, I'm looking at Steam right now.
So I was going to ask you something. Well, first of all, great question. Have you ever hacked in a game? Have you ever cheated? Like besides like abusing in-game exploits. Have you ever cheated or hacked?
No, I think the extent of I think the only time I've ever like put in like a cheat codes into a game was Grand Theft Auto.
Okay.
I remember always doing Grand Theft Auto codes. Like that was huge.
Yeah.
Like, and then
that's just how you played it back then.
Yep. And then Age of Mythology 2.
Okay.
But it was like it was like you joined a lobby that had like a tag that people were cheating.
Yeah.
And they would put in like those like fucking rainbow hippos and shit, like things that didn't belong in the game. But they were in the game. You didn't have to like do any external exploit. Like the game had them embedded in them. For you to be able to like put in cheat codes essentially.
Like The Sims.
Yes. To like
Rosebud.
Yep. To spawn like crazy ass stuff. So like, but no, I've never actually cheated on like an
online game.
No. I mean, I've played with cheaters.
Oh yeah.
Inadvertently.
Otter.
Yeah,
looking at you, Renegade Otter.
No.
You motherfucker.
No,
I haven't either.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There was one. We've definitely been like, when we played with Nether.
Yeah.
Nether had
a lot of cheaters.
Yeah, Nether had a ton of cheaters, and then we played it. That was me and Mike and his brother. Yeah. And we played the shit out of it, and we were like, like overly, like just way more hours than everyone else, like way more committed to the game, and we just fucked people up. And the game had a small enough community that and it had like a sidebar thing, so people knew
Okay.
when you joined into lobbies and
Okay.
stuff. So like we like
That's
killed that game,
cool.
but
Yeah.
everyone thought like people would think like, oh, you guys are fucking
Yeah.
walling, you're doing, but it was just we played a ton of the game.
You just played hard.
Yeah, and we were toxic as fuck. We killed that game. We loved the game. We
Yeah.
murdered the thing we loved.
I wish I could play that hard.
Yeah,
But
that was
you know,
fun.
job.
Yeah,
But if I didn't have one,
yeah,
I would
just
I'd probably play Rust.
Yeah,
If I could like go
that's
hard
the game,
into
that's
any
the
game.
game to have
Yeah,
nothing else going on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because that's who's the best at
Um,
it is like the 12-year-old kids who are just
Oh,
fiending
yeah.
at all
Oh, yeah.
hours, just offlining everything.
Yeah, they have
around.
like 6 of them. Like they have like shifts that they're running.
yeah,
They're
like,
like,
this
hey,
is their job.
hey, someone's raiding us. I think there's like even like cameras now where you can see it like when you're not at your computer. Like you can see your fucking base
out of the game.
out of the motherfucking game.
Or like you have an app or something. Like,
Something like that. I'm pretty goddamn sure. I'm pretty sure. Fact check.
no, I
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah.
No, that would be cool. That'd be funny as shit though to have a camera.
yeah.
Like you like fucking know you see a camera in somebody's base and you're like
Oh, yeah.
rubbing your fucking dong on the camera because
Yeah.
you're just naked. Like
But yeah, so I have like a few friends who have vac bands, but I was thinking like well yeah, like we're normal gamers, like we've never felt the need to hack. But you know, a vac ban really, if you think about it down to the core of it, it's really just like a Steam profile cosmetic that you can only get by cheating
That's
and
true.
getting caught.
Get your badge. Get your
Yeah,
vac
you got to get
badge.
your vac ban badge. Like that's the one cosmetic I don't have.
That's true. I need to collect that badge.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could just be like, I mean, that's Escape from Tarkov's. Like, that's their business model.
Yeah.
Like, they sell the cheats.
They
They ban the cheater.
Do they sell the cheats?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's
God.
not like,
Yeah.
yeah, but they say they do. That's a big thing that they say that, like, Nikita and all those
Yeah.
guys are, like, on the, like, helping develop the cheats as
Yeah.
well. So that they, not only are they selling the cheats, then they ban the cheater.
And then
The cheater buys the game again. They sell him the cheats again. It's like an endless money
Jesus
circle.
Christ.
So like that's why they say like, how the fuck are these
Yeah.
things still in the game? Like, how are these exploits still
It's just
in
the
the game?
Soviet way.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's just like they just had the fucking vacuum. They had the, which was an old one, but they had it. They patched it out now. But the game had on this patch the one where they could literally take everything off of your person,
Yeah.
like remotely.
That's
So
so
like you
scary.
would go into
Yeah.
raid and
Yeah.
you'd be like, holding your fucking gun, and your character would like put the gun down and take the sight off,
Holy
and your sight would
shit,
just
dude.
vanish.
That's insane.
Because like they're just like they're making
Yeah.
they're taking shit off of your character in raid. So like you'd be in there, like they could take shit out of like your gamma container and
Yeah.
stuff. So like you'd have like your fucking like your key ring or like docs case, and you just like
Oh,
go to
God,
open your
dude.
box case and
Yeah.
it's empty. Like somebody just took all
your butthole
Yep.
box?
Yep, your
What?
butthole box. They could take shit
That's
out of there.
insane, dude.
Yeah. So like things like that where it's like people are like, how are these fucking, how are these still existing
Yeah.
in the game? Like why are these still in here? Why are these things, why are they here? They've done a lot with the like real, like the, the RMT or RWT,
Yeah.
real world trading shit. They've fixed a lot of that. Like a lot of the shit that is very expensive, you can't sell, or very good, can't be sold on the flea market, which is
Okay.
like the in-game market. They also have a lot of the stuff that is found in raid. If you bring it into raid and try and drop it, it'll just like delete it.
Okay.
So you can't even give it to people and stuff. But they've also done weird things. Like they just recently they banned like a bunch of their like a couple streamers,
Oh.
like banned their accounts
Really?
for like giving out kits to
Okay.
people,
Well,
which
that's
is
shitty.
fucking
Yeah.
dumb because it's like like bringing somebody a gun is not
Yeah.
cheating. Like you
Yeah.
can bring a gun for your friend. Like if your buddy dies in raid with you and you pick up his kit and you want to bring it for him next raid,
Yeah.
that's not cheating.
Well, they're not getting money from the
That's
real
true.
money trading,
That's
so
true.
they don't
Like,
have a
wait,
cut
how are
from
you,
it like they do
then you have
the
to buy it
hacks.
from the flea and you're not buying my cheats. But
Yeah.
no, I don't know. The cheating thing, it never even like was I never even thought of it. It never seemed
Yeah.
fun to me. I never understood,
No.
like why you would.
When you were a kid, but not like on online games.
No,
It's
yeah,
just how
like
you
fucking
played
around in a
Sims
game.
and
Yeah,
Grand
like
Theft Auto.
like putting in, Grand Theft Auto so you could
Mhm.
fly in your car. Like it was just cool.
Yeah.
But in an online game, like to make it so that like, like playing fucking Hunt, you would load in and like somebody could just like see across the map.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what, like why play?
It's not fun. Yeah.
Yeah, like just play fucking single player.
Fucking losers.
Yeah, like why are we doing this?
Go
Like,
kill yourself.
yeah,
Just
fucking
kidding.
Hunt was terrible.
I'll have to
Hunt was
bleep that
terrible.
out,
Hunt,
by the
Hunt was terrible. Hunt was so bad.
Really?
Well, Hunt you would get, so there was the MMR system, and then
Okay.
if you got into the 5-star MMR, it was literally just people exploiting. Like every single lobby
Yikes.
was all exploits because what people would do is, and it was just like readily accepted that like this is how the game is played.
Yeah.
They would just turn off all of the settings in the game to make it so
Okay.
like nothing rendered. So like everybody would just be like wall banging through like a crack in the wall, like behind like 16 trees
Yeah.
that they couldn't see. But if you had your settings wrong, you would see them, so you couldn't fucking see anybody. So it was just like, and that's still how the game is. Like that's just accepted. Like it's just like, oh, hunt. Like we play hunt by fucking hiding in a building and shutting off the trees so we can see everybody.
Jesus.
Like, and that's just like how the game is. Which I don't
But
know.
like when at least like when I started playing DayZ, like I mean we were using in-game exploits all the time. Did you use exploits in DayZ?
No, I never got. I never played.
You never poked your head through the wall. Remember you could do that if you
Yeah.
just like crouched behind
Yeah.
a wall and
Yeah, I
then you
remember there was all
tilted
sorts.
your head back. You can look, and then there was a few of them. One there was definitely a duping exploit. I forget how we do it.
I think
but
the only
there was-
exploit I used was to kill yourself with the rag,
Oh yeah,
just to respawn. I remember using that all the
Yeah.
time.
and then there was one if you threw a rag because they hadn't like implemented like throwing yet. If
Mhm.
you threw a rag, you would restart the server.
There was a ton. I
Yeah.
remember because you would just like, I remember I would walk into like the church in Electro and there would just
Yeah.
be like fucking 60 M4s
Oh, yeah.
sitting on the ground
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. And you're like,
Dupe.
what the fuck is this?
Someone
Like,
duped you.
yeah.
yeah.
People just, but I remember like I just would never touch it because I always played
Yeah.
on like, like modded servers and stuff.
Yeah.
And the admins were always fucking like hawk and stuff. And they would just
I think
ban people.
that's the way you got to do it.
Yeah, they would just
But-
ban. They would ban even if you picked up an item that was duped. If they like saw it in your inventory, like there was no investigation.
Yeah.
It was just like, let's just ban these people.
Yeah.
Because I remember, but I remember it. I remember you'd be like, I remember I'd be like driving up like to fucking like Northwest Airfield or something, like in a fucking like spend all
Are
this
you
time.
talking about Arma 2 or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. You'd be you get
Yeah.
like the bus.
Yeah.
You get a bus with like all your, you'd be driving, and then a guy would like fucking teleport next to you with like the fucking like the 240 saw or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
or there was another one that was like it shot like the Mosin round full auto, and they would just fucking full auto spray like the whole thing, and then just teleport away, and you're like, okay, like just get your
Nice.
whole thing fucking erased and stuff because that
Fucking
was
awful.
bad. People would
Yeah.
teleport all the time, and
Yeah.
and had like unlimited ammo. Fucking, those. I don't think those type that hacking is gone. Now.
Yeah.
Now they're more. They're more sinister. They're more, the walling and stuff and little things. I mean, some of them look crazy. I mean, I think his name's Willer Z. I don't know if you've ever seen him on TikTok. He does like, I think it's Willer Z. I don't know.
Is he a hacker?
He's not. He's a streamer supposedly, but I've watched his clips and stuff, and like his tracking on people's heads looks like the most blatant aimbot I've ever seen in my entire life. Like it is like just absolutely perfectly on everybody's like these people be like full out sprinting, like dodging around, and he has tons of clips of it like him doing that. So it's like, I mean, I guess
maybe believable.
Yeah, just because of the sheer number, like to put it out there like that, I guess. But I don't know, like the tracking he has in it, it's like, okay, like if you had this level of skill, you wouldn't be playing Tarkov.
Be a surgeon.
or that, or you'd be like a fucking pro CS:GO player, like
yeah.
you'd be a professional player in some competitive FPS. Like you wouldn't be like, but. I don't know. Those exist. I mean, there's definitely still aimbots. There's definitely walls and stuff. I mean, I've seen clips of what the Tarkov ones look like, and it's just like you just look through the map and like you can see the whole map. They see like the outline. They see the green outline of the player. Like it looks like a fucking like a little like green man running around, and then that's how they like pre-fire corners and shit like that. But
right,
I don't know. It's. The invincible teleporting stuff, luckily, I don't think exists anymore.
Thank God.
Yeah.
So permanent cosmetic on your Steam profile
Of a vac
that's what a vac ban is, right?
permanent cosmetic.
You following me?
Yeah.
All right. So do you know what Steam rewards are?
Are we talking about our little coins, our
Yeah.
V-Bucks, our
Yeah.
Steam V-Bucks?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can buy a reward for like a review, right? So
you
there's
can
like all
reward-
these little like stickers and like avatars, so you can like go to a review and be like, I want to give this an award, and then you pay with your Steam coin or whatever, and you put a
I didn't
little
know that's how it worked.
avatar on it.
I thought those were just like I had never actually investigated.
Yeah.
So that's how people are giving out those
Yes.
as rewards.
Now hear me out. Now there's another type of Steam reward. There's now imagine if you could give someone a Steam reward on their profile and now it's permanently on their profile like a virus. Like a virus. Like there's nothing they can do about it.
Just
There's
permanently
nothing they
attached.
can do about a Steam reward that someone has given them. Go to your Steam profile right now.
All right. Let's see what you've done to me. What the fuck is
You
this?
see it?
The jester. What is that?
You can't get rid of it.
Is
You're
that
welcome.
on my showcase?
I gave that to you. Well, it's also on the right. So you just have
Profile award.
So you give people clowns.
Clown. I'm just jester.
You just give people clowns. So people know they're a clown.
Dude, this is like the ultimate. This is like a better version of remember inviting people to Steam groups?
Yeah.
Like that was the old way of doing this. Of like,
Yeah, griefing.
yeah, you would invite people to like nice Perry.
OJ chuggers.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, in fucking it was always in Dark Souls, like like Perry retard.
Yeah.
Like whatever. It'd be like, and you
just-
would be the
yeah.
you'd be the one member leader of the group. Like
That was the ultimate grief.
yeah. So you can just give these to people and they don't get a chance to like accept or deny.
No, I don't know if you can get rid of it.
I don't.
I've given you a virus on your profile,
But it didn't even give
permanently.
me. It didn't even give me a notification. You just were able to.
I just did that to you.
Yeah, no notification.
I just did that to your profile forever.
I've just been plagued. It's like my comments too, which are equally as plaguing.
Yeah.
These are all the your guys' Dota date. Do you remember these? Have you ever read through
Oh
these?
yeah.
You guys.
I go through them like every few
yeah,
years.
just read through and stuff. I have some good. Most of my links are all dead too now.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. YouTube doesn't like the same things that I like.
Do you think you would ever return to Dota? You're gonna play again one day.
I will. I mean, I still watch Dota daily. I mean, I watch Gork almost every day. Like I put Gork on like when I'm doing school or something. Like I'll just throw Gork on in the background. Like he's just chilling there. Like I'll look over, watch some of the game and stuff. I don't know
yearn for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know that I have the like the fire.
It's not time yet.
Yeah, I mean, I would play it like maybe like a game
can't
here
do
and
that.
there, but
That's
that's
not
not
possible.
I know, but that's the
not
thing.
possible.
That's why I don't know that I would get back into it.
Yeah.
Just because if I played it, I would want to like be good at it.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
It's the
that
ultimate time thief.
Yes. Yeah. The time, first of all, with like just being able to give like like big whole chunks of time like that, where it's like you're locked into something is challenging, and then. I don't know. I don't think I have the capability, in a 5-man team to become as good as I would like to be in the game without like getting a group of people and like really putting in like an honest effort into trying to do it and stuff. And I don't, like I said, I don't see myself doing that anymore. I think that window has passed.
Yeah. For Dota.
Yeah.
Are you really not going to play Tekken 8? Oh, by the way, Tekken 8 has a 90 on Open Critic right now.
Really?
Like everyone is saying it's fucking incredible.
I
think it's going to beat Street Fighter.
I mean, yeah, it would make sense that it would. I mean, Tekken is Tekken's the top of those. It always
the
has
GOAT.
been. Yeah. I mean,
Tekken just is a lot better.
Yeah, it's just everything about it is good. I mean, for me, like I said, the only reason I don't like it is because of the 3D space.
Yeah.
It's just like one extra thing I have to
get it.
learn.
Tekken Thursdays are back.
Yeah, we could try
Friday.
Again. Yeah, Tekken Fridays. Now, like I said, I didn't like having to be such a like skill gap of being just learning how to move.
Yeah.
Like that was such a thing. Like that was so hard. It was like, oh, you learn how to Korean backdash and fucking.
You can learn it along the way. Get it. I mean, I know like how you feel, but like you can get into ranked matches and like
figure it out as you go. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. It's just like.
I guess I would love to get into a fighter with you, and I just don't know if I can do Mortal Kombat. I need to play on my fight stick.
Yeah,
I need to play on my $300 fight stick.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, that's the thing. My fight stick is just fucking sitting there because of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That I liked Tekken. I played it like when I was playing. It was fun, but like I said, I just like it was just like another thing. Like Mortal Kombat was much easier for me to like pick it up and like learn how to play. Yeah. Because it was, just 2-dimensional. Yeah. Like learning how to do the movement. Like there's no Korean backdash, but there is like you like block spam to be able to like interrupt your animation of the movement to be able to move quicker.
With block spam?
Yeah. but it's not hard to
Yeah.
do. It's not. I mean, it's not easy to do, but it's achievable. You know, like you can do it, and it's also like the punishes feel like it's just like a little bit. I don't know how to explain it. Like just the whole the 3-dimensional thing to me just throws me for a fucking loop. Like being
Yeah.
able to left dodge
Yeah.
and right dodge and shit.
Yeah.
Like
It is very,
yeah,
very complicated.
Yeah, just
and
adds a
everyone has a billion moves also.
yes, yeah. Like that's the other thing too. Like Mortal Kombat, like for what it is, like I mean, yeah, there's a lot of characters to learn and stuff, but like once you learn the general flow of the game and stuff, like you learn how to punish things and stuff, and like you really don't need to know much about your own character. Like
Yeah.
you learn an optimal, you know, damage combo, and that's all you do.
Yeah.
You know, you jab, you poke, you throw, punish, you know, throw some fucking, you know, range attacks and stuff to like, you know, chip away at them and stuff. But for the most part, like you're just like you're looking for them to make a mistake, and you punish it with the same fucking combo
Yeah.
that you would do 100 times, you know, and you just spam it. You just spam the fucking same combo over and over again for 38% of their health. You know, like that's the other thing. Like Mortal Kombat, like it's quick. You know, like Mortal Kombat, it's essentially like 2 combos, and
Yeah.
you fucking won. You know,
Okay.
like, so it moves faster. It's chunkier. I also
Yeah.
like the like violence of Mortal Kombat.
Of course. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure maybe at some point I'll try Tekken out if
Yeah.
I get the
Well,
fighter.
you can try
bug
it
again.
here because I'm
Yeah.
going to get it. So
Yeah.
you just play it in person how fighters are meant to be played anyway.
100%.
So
So you can see
on the ultra
anger
wide.
on the ultra wide, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be on the curved edges.
Oh, the monitor?
Oh. Good one.
Well,
Haven't heard that before.
yeah, that's my favorite one lately.
Yeah, very, very. Well, I mean, it's appropriate now. You can
Yeah.
throw that out whenever.
Exactly.
Gives you multiple reasons to bring it up.
Yeah. So, well, do you have anything else?
No,
Anything
no. I
you
think
want to
that
ask
was.
me?
No, I think that was. I think we hit on some good things. We got some good about who we are. A little
Yeah.
bit of origin of us. I think.
Why we're mostly negative now?
Yeah, yeah.
When we started out so happy and full of life and
Yeah.
energy. Yeah, I'll try that game.
Yeah,
I'll try that game.
Yeah,
I guess I'll try
early
that
access,
game.
Early access tag.
No, I'm
early
not going to
access
get that
tag,
game.
early
Oh,
ac-
fuck. I can't believe I bought that game.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think we have a good balance of our
Yeah.
positive versus negative. I think there's
Absolutely.
good, but I do think we're in. I think like you said, I think it's been like we're on an upward incline
Yeah.
of gaming right
Yeah.
now. I think like the past fucking like 5 years has felt like just like
Looking terrible.
just trying to
Yeah.
survive, like
Yeah.
trying to stay afloat. Like just like dude, just got to be a fucking like you're just like you got one. You're just trying to squeeze every
Yeah.
last.
What did Daisy do?
Yes,
What can we
yeah.
we rip off from Daisy?
Yeah,
How do
yeah,
we
like-
take that part of
Yeah,
Daisy? and
nothing felt
condense
new,
it.
Nothing felt good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that about does it.
Yeah. Well, we are mostly negative. I'm Base Justice.
Yeah, I am Bam. 6 M's in my name. And bye forever.
Bye forever. Pretty good.
Yeah.
You fucking losers. Fuck you.